Well, all right, guys, this is the point in the system of Chord Buddy where, as my daddy would say, the rubber hits the road. Up to this point, we've been focusing on right hand rhythm, timing, different strum patterns. We've learned 4 different strum patterns. We've been focusing on learning some songs, getting some finger dexterity going. Now it is the time to start removing these tabs and start making the chords on your own. This is an exciting time, and I'm glad that we're here. All right, so what we're going to do first is how do we remove the D tab? All right, the best way to do it, and I'm going to keep this at an angle for you to see it best. You may want to lay it down in your lap, but I'm going to keep it up. What you want to do, you want to press the blue one down so you get it out of the way, okay? Now, this is the way to take it off with it on the guitar. From the factory, these things are in there pretty tight, so you have to pull it pretty hard, okay? So, but you're not going to break it, so don't worry about that. So push the blue one down to get it out of the way. Lift up slightly on the red tab and give it a pull. And there you are. Now it's out. So let's go over how to make the D chord. So you want to refer back to your book, and there is a diagram there of how to make the D chord. There's a hump right here. Okay, this hump is here for a reason. That is so that you can get your index finger under the hump and it falls perfectly onto the G string. Okay, that gives you enough room to get to your others. See that right there? So, to make the D chord first, put your index finger on the hump and then just slide it off and it will fall directly on to the G string. Then place your middle finger on the 2nd fret, 1st string, your your ring finger on the 3rd fret, 2nd string, and then you strum from 4 down. That is your D chord.
All right, well, we are back live. It's Thursday morning, and here we are on Amazon Live. And if you're watching on YouTube or Amazon or on Facebook, come on over to amazon.com/live and join us. There's a chat. You can ask questions there. But we've got Travis Perry. He is the inventor, founder, owner of the world's best guitar learning system, Chord Buddy.
You got that right.
And our special guest, Lillian Glanton. And she has got a number of things going on. Of course, we kind of highlight American Idol because people think about that. But there's also the festival, the Songwriters Festival in Muscle Shoals. And there is something special about Muscle Shoals. In fact, when we do one of these, Lillian, I'm going to pull in a book that talks about the history of the music that goes on there. But why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself and let's talk a little bit about some of the music, and we'll get into Chord Buddy and tell people how they can start playing guitar right away and learn guitar in just a few months.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, everybody, I'm Lillian. I'm happy to be here with Scott and Travis. It's going to be an awesome show. Thank you guys so much for coming. I live in Muscle Shoals, Alabama, which is known globally as the hit recording capital of the world. We've got 2 famous studios. We've got Fame Recording Studios and Muscle Shoals Sound Studios. And they say that there's something in the water here. And of course, I was born and raised here, but I truly believe that the Shoals is a magical place, which Travis, well, let me take a step back. So I started the Muscle Shoals Songwriters Festival about 3 years ago, and tickets just went on sale yesterday.
I saw that.
Yeah, but that's where I met you in person, Travis, at the Muscle Shoals Songwriters Festival. How did you feel? I don't think I've ever asked you this question, but how did you feel about the Shoals area when you came?
Well, that wasn't my first time to Muscle Shoals. I've been many times. Marty Rabin from Shenandoah was a good friend of mine, so I also recorded at Travis Womack's studio, who was Little Richard's band leader.
Yeah.
In fact, I was sitting by the pool, and Little Richard called, and I was going to play I didn't know it was Little Richard. I shouldn't have even said that. The phone rang. We're laying out by the pool because his studio was at his house. And so I just answered the phone, and he goes, "Hey, Travis." And I said, "Yeah, what's up?" And he goes, "Hey, listen, what time's my plane supposed to pick me up?" And I'm thinking, that's Little Richard. That is Little Richard on the phone. And so I said, "Hey, this is the wrong Travis." So I went in the studio, and I said, "Hey, I think Little Richard's on the phone wanting to know what time his plane's picking him up." So, but we recorded our first album in Muscle Shoals, and then we've done 2 or 3 Reach and Teach events in the Florence Muscle Shoals area. And then being a good friend of Marty Rabin's, I've been there and actually tracked some stuff with him at Fame Studio. So, but anyway, back to your question. Muscle Shoals is a magical area. And I tell you, not only for the music, but in the Florence area, the river, that comes, what a beautiful. I said, if I ever moved from Dothan, I would love to live along that river. It is gorgeous.
It is gorgeous. It almost feels like you're on vacation. It's so funny. I have several friends here in the Shoals that live on the river, and they're just in vacation mode 24/7. Like it's such a beautiful, beautiful place.
And you don't think about a river, especially in Alabama, being like that. Yeah. But in fact, the first time I saw it, my breath was taken away at the beauty of it, because I'm used to rivers down here, at the most 25 yards wide, but that is a gorgeous area. You're fortunate to be there.
Hey, well, you're not too far from the beach, so I am kind of jealous of that.
Yeah, well, that's that. And the plus to being here and suffering through literally triple-digit heat indexes, which is going on a lot throughout the country right now, is that I'm in about 72 minutes I can have my toes in the water.
See, we don't have that luxury. We could stick our toes in the mud, but
yeah.
Not in the sand.
Well, I tell you that the festival's coming up in November, correct?
Yeah, that's right.
And so tickets are on sale. So for all those people that are just going, okay, what does this river look like? What's this town like?
See it for yourself.
Yeah, just go ahead and get some tickets, get your plane tickets.
Is that the same hotel, Lillian?
Yep. So this year we're doing the majority of the event at the Marriott Shoals Conference Center. It's kind of all centralized into one place, and then we'll have other.
Are there any discount on rooms?
Yes.
Okay.
There is.
So when I call to get my room,
supplies last. Yeah.
So I probably need to go ahead and call and get my room.
Yeah. I'll email you a link.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Sure so everyone should make sure and what's the website? So that people can get tickets for that.
mssongfest.com. And it's early bird tickets now. So get them while they're hot, and they're at a great price right now, but they will be going up. The full festival schedule and also a headliner announcement is to be announced later this summer.
So you definitely want to go. And it is a songwriters festival. So there people have a lot of songs in their hearts, but they don't have a musical instrument to play. And this is where Chord Buddy and the guitar comes in. Did you bring your guitar today?
I've got my guitar.
Did you have a song ready for us or something? Because
I wanted to pin it on Travis today. Travis, you got a song?
Well, I can always do a song. I can always. Is there any particular song that anyone has in mind? Do we have any people that want
no comments yet about a song request, but if
I tell you what I'll do, I will talk. I'm going to do a few songs, but what I want to talk about is what makes a song. What goes into the making. Well, I'm going to still check my tuning because that's what I always say. But
always do it. Always do it. And I've got a tuner in the carousel. People can take a look there. These clip-on tuners, I tell you, back in the old days, Travis, using a tuning fork or a pitch pipe, not as good as these digital tuners you can just clip right on.
First tuner I bought, Scott, was $100. I know it was over $100, but I think it was like $140 was the first tuner.
Oh yeah, that was I had a Seiko quartz. It had a little needle on it, right? An actual physical analog needle, and
about the size of a brick.
Yep. And it was 130, 140 some.
Yeah. I had the exact same one. It was about the size of a brick, a little smaller, but it was rectangle shaped. Yeah. So anyway, what I want to discuss right now is there's 4 chords here, okay, on the Chord Buddy, and with those 4 chords, you can play literally tens of thousands of songs. In fact, there's probably not a song that you can't play at least the verse or the chorus with of any song in the world. Even if it's in another key, you can always transpose it to the Chord Buddy key and play it. But if I do this pattern here, blue, and I go to red, and I go to yellow, and I go to green, and back to blue, okay, I'm going to do 3 different songs and use the very exact pattern, and it will be totally different. That's the same 4 chords and the same exact pattern, playing them, right the way I just did: blue, red, yellow, green. When I find myself in times of trouble, Mother Mary comes to me, singing words of wisdom. Let it be. So, mega hit by the Beatles, Let It Be. And then if we go into this song, same progression. Rock me, mama, like a wagon wheel. Rock me, mama, any way you feel. Hey, mama, rock me. Rock me, mama, like the wind in the rain, and rock me, mama, like a southbound train. Hey, mama, rock me. Again, same pattern, totally 2 different deals there, 2 different songs. And then the last one, and this is the one that I played at so many schools when it originally came out, was all flitter. I can't think of the name of it now. Frozen. What's that song in Frozen?
Oh yeah. Let it go. Yeah. Not let it be.
Let me go. Let me go. I can't take this. I changed the words so I can't remember the real words. Let me go. Let me go. I can't take this anymore. I hate this song. So 3 different songs, exact same pattern, using the same chords, but 3 totally different outcomes.
Mm-hmm. And this is one of those things. So if you have songs in your head, in your heart, and you want to get them out, but you don't know how to do it because you can't play an instrument, this is a great way to do it. You're probably singing in the shower, you're singing in the car, you're vacuuming the house and singing at the top of your lungs your very own songs. Here's a way you can turn them into music and accompany yourself, right, with the Chord Buddy. And we saw that little video at the beginning that says not only do you have the buttons to use the chords, you're learning the rhythm, but you can also pull those tabs out and you start putting your fingers on the strings. And it's a 2-month lesson plan. And as Travis says, it's not a race. You can go at your own pace. You can do it faster, slower. Some people never take off the Chord Buddy. In fact, I've seen people, Travis and Lillian, that have multiple guitars in their house because they've got an acoustic and they've got an electric and they've got another acoustic or something. And they'll have 3 or 4 Chord Buddies because they just put them on there and play them.
I posted a picture one time on Facebook that a guy sent me that literally had 4, it might have been 5 guitars, and all lined up, and he had chord buddies on every one of them.
Yeah.
That is so awesome.
And hey, it's a free country, at least for now. So if you choose to leave it on there, I have a lady that plays at our church right down the road that says, I have no desire to actually learn how to make a chord. I just want to sing and accompany myself. Yeah. So she'll never take it off. But that's her choice. I mean, that she doesn't have the desire to learn the chords, but that is the intention of it. Like it's like training wheels are for a bicycle. The intention there is not to use training wheels the rest of your life, to use training wheels long enough to gain confidence, to start learning and gaining your balance, and then remove them. And that's what Chord Buddy is intended for. Use it to immediately start playing songs. You can play the guitar instantly. Now that's not learn. You haven't learned to play yet. That will come. That's the 2-month process. But you play your trigger song on day one. And then, just like training wheels, you start removing the tabs, and within 2 months you're playing on your own without the use or aid of Chord Buddy. Now, your 2 months may be a month. I've had kids, in fact, Steve Kirkland, the lead singer in our little band, his grandson removed them in about 3 weeks and was playing without it, but he played 2 or 3 hours a day and wanted to get off of it as soon as possible. Your 2 months, maybe 6 months. Again, just like Scott said, it isn't a race. Take your time, have fun, and move when you're ready to move. Don't force it. You'll know when you're comfortable with the strum pattern that you're learning, and you're comfortable with it, and you're going through the song book and you're playing all the songs in it using that strum pattern, and then move to the next one, and then move to the next one, and then start removing them.
I love this comment. Jeff says, good morning. Says, you started with my favorite song. So let it be. He says, Paul McCartney's birthday is coming up in a couple of days. So
really?
Yeah. So it looks like Saturday is Sir Paul's birthday.
Well, and Monday is Sir Goodson. No, Tuesday is Sir Goodson's birthday.
Yes.
Really?
Yep. So he's having a big pool party at the house Sunday.
So Jeff's comments. There you go. My fat fingers get frustrated attempting chords. The Chord Buddy makes it much easier. Yeah, that's true. Hey, here's a comment.
Someone yesterday that had the exact same thing. He called me and he said, listen, my fingers are like sausages. I mean, they are huge. And he said, I've been a mechanic all my life and I've just got big fingers. And he said, I've gotten frustrated and quit, but I just bought the Chord Buddy, so I'm looking forward to trying it. And I told him, I said, and I've seen people with huge fingers too. But there's a technique to learning how to get your fingers in there to the strings. Right. And I offered my service. I said, listen, when you get it, when it's time to start removing, I'll be happy to jump on a Zoom call with you and help you get going.
So I love this. Tony's talking about changing words of songs for playing to her grandchildren. And she says, can you show Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star and sing a song of sixpence? Sing a song of sixpence, a bucket full of rye. All right.
Okay, so the first one I'll do. The second one, am I embarrassed or ashamed to say I don't even know what that is? What is that? Scott, do you know that song?
Sing a song of sixpence, pocket full of rye. I
don't know if I've ever heard that.
4 and 20 blackbirds baked in a pie. There we go.
Huh.
All right, we'll look that one up, Tony.
Yeah. Let me look. Yeah, when she emailed me that, I should have looked it up then. Let me do Twinkle Twinkle here. Let's see. Okay, so it's going to start with the blue, and it's going to be Twinkle, twinkle, go to green, little star, back to blue, then red, how I, back to blue, wonder green, red, what you are. Let's do that again. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Again, so that's blue. Twinkle, twinkle to green, little star, back to blue. Red, how I, back to blue, wonder, back to red, what you are. Up above the world so high, like a diamond in the sky. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are.
You know, Travis, that's wonderful. And it's, I'm thinking, it's Father's Day. You're talking about your son, Goodson's birthday is coming up on Monday. And, but it's Father's Day on Sunday. And fathers, grandfathers being able to pick up a guitar and sing a lullaby like that to their child, to their grandchild. I can't think of a better gift. I think, and there's the combo set. We've got, I'm going to highlight that in the carousel, because not only with the Chord Buddy do you get the Chord Buddy learning system that clips onto your guitar, the lesson plan book, and the song book with over 100 songs in there. But if you buy the combo package, you've got a wonderful guitar, and that's what Travis was playing there, is a Perry guitar from Chord Buddy. These are designed by Travis specifically to sound good, to be easy to play, to work well with the Chord Buddy, perfect with the Chord Buddy, and affordable. So you can get the whole combo pack, and that's got the tuner, picks, everything you need. Fathers, you just learned right there how to play a lullaby for your child. Yeah. So if you're a father and someone doesn't buy one for you, then just buy it yourself and surprise your family.
Yeah, well, and then embarrass your children into then reimbursing you for it.
Yeah, and it works both ways, right? A dad can play to their child, or even myself. Like I've played a song to my dad on my guitar before, and he loved it. And it was the greatest. It was the greatest gift. It meant more.
What song did you play? What song did you
play? I actually played a song that I wrote for him. This was 2 or 3 years ago. I'll never forget it. He does not cry. He's not a crier. I've never seen him cry.
I'm going to put you on the spot,
Yeah, maybe twice in my life I've seen him cry.
I'm going to put you on the spot right here.
Go ahead. Oh gosh, no. It's been forever since I've played it. I'll have it ready for next time, and I'll play it, and I want some feedback on it. But it was so personal, and that's why I think he loved it so much. But yeah, I was playing in a songwriter round, and I saw him sitting back there, and he just had tears coming down his face.
Yeah.
And it was so cool, the fact that it's not just because I wrote the song. It could be any song. You could play his favorite song on the Chord Buddy, and that would be an awesome gift as well. So
Lillian, I have a question for you. So how many songs have you written
in my lifetime?
Do you know? I mean, do you have a count
in this long life,
or all in
this long life? I have probably written nearly 500 songs.
Wow, really?
Yeah. I used to write, which
look out Bob Dylan.
Yeah, for real. Like, seriously. Which he's one of my favorites. But yeah, probably about 500.
So of the 500, do you think that they're all potential hits in the right time or right situation or with the right artist? Or do you say, well, it's good, but it's probably not a hit, or what?
Yeah, so songwriting, the industry of songwriting is interesting because it is subjective, right? It's like, well, you might love this song, and I can't stand the song, I would say hits, like as far as a structured song that would be a radio hit, I would say maybe 15 or 20. The
That's
rest
pretty
of
good.
them I
That's pretty
wrote
good.
just for fun.
Yeah.
You know, just
Yeah.
yeah.
But I used to write a lot when I was playing in a band called Silverado for a living for many years. We did most of our shows toward the end was at least 70% originals, but our following had gotten so big we could do that. You know, most time bands that don't have big deals, you know, they have to do mostly covers, and we worked ourselves up to doing a lot of originals. But we wrote a lot, and I haven't written 500, but I've probably written, you know, in the 100 range. But I've only had one that I knew in my mind was a hit. And everyone that heard it said, this is a hit. You just got to get it to the right person. In fact, Lee Greenwood had it on hold for 2 albums, waiting for a climate in America to come around where he was going to release it. And the climate just wasn't there. But it's called Blanket of Stars, and it's about a Vietnam vet that comes home in 1969 and is spit on and called baby killer and all that. And so it's his journey as he returns home and ends up homeless on the streets with only a blanket of stars and stripes to cover up with.
Wow.
And the story is where that blanket came from.
Mm-hmm.
Unbelievable.
You know, this is the beautiful thing about music like this, because you're really taking poetry and putting music and meter to it.
Exactly. Yeah.
You know, we just mentioned Bob Dylan, and you know, hundreds and hundreds of songs that man has written, and but if you just read through the lyrics, it's all poetry.
Yeah. And,
absolutely.
you know, with Bob Dylan, bless his heart, and I'm a fan of his writing, not so much of his singing, because I can't understand anything he says.
Well, I always said
without
that,
a lyric sheet reading it, I said, "Oh, is that what he actually said?"
No,
I've never sounded like that.
He's an inspiration for if you're not a singer,
and I am not.
Then Bob Dylan just proved that you don't have to be a singer to be famous.
Well, hey, Mick Jagger has proved that, which I mean, you know, hardcore fans of stab me in the back. But I mean, there's a lot of bands that's out there that aren't great artists, but they're great entertainers.
Yes, you do not have to be the greatest singer in the world, but if
the Rolling Stones have made a living off of mediocrity, and I mean they're great showmen and they're great entertainers, but their level of artists isn't the best. I mean, Keith Richards. I mean, you know, just you know, a decent
there's a man
player.
You can't understand.
Yeah, you know, decent player. Boy, that guy. How long has he been dead?
Oh my
he does look mummified.
Oh,
have you seen the knuckles on his
Amazon
hands?
fans? We're just having fun here. So
his knuckles from playing. I mean, he's got he's got these enormous knuckles because he's just worked his hands so hard playing for so many years. Yeah. But hey, Chord Buddy won't do that to you, by the way. But it will get you playing music right away. I have got, you know, so in the carousel, we have got the Chord Buddy, we've got the combo unit, we've got all the songbooks. There's a tuner in there. There's actually the Shark Tank episode, season 3, episode 3, where you can watch Travis as he gets a deal with Robert Herjavec, because Robert wanted to play guitar, and on Shark Tank plays a song right there. He's never played before, played Amazing Grace. The two of you, Travis, did that. And maybe Lillian, I'll put you on the spot for Amazing Grace. No, I won't do that to you. But we'll get you playing. We'll bring you back and have you play some songs. I also have in the carousel, I've got the Chord Buddy podcast, because it's available here on Amazon. And I don't know how many episodes. I think there's
60.
60, yeah,
62. 62 as of last week. Yeah.
And so it's all the story of the origin of Chord Buddy. There's a lot of stuff going on in that podcast, and you can watch it or you can listen to it right here on Amazon. So I encourage you to do that as well.
It's pretty entertaining. We don't talk about Chord Buddy all the time. In fact, probably most time we're not. But what we're talking about is entertaining.
Yeah.
And I everyone that listens to. In fact, I saw someone at our golf course Monday, and she says, "I've wanted to," and I hadn't seen her in a long time. She's a manager of a Hunt's seafood restaurant that you haven't been to, Lillian, but Scott, you've been to
yeah.
a couple
Yeah,
times.
I've been there.
And she says, "I wanted to tell you how much I enjoy your podcast." And I said, "Are you serious?" And she says, "Yeah." She says, "I listen every week to it." She said, "It's a great, entertaining 20 minutes. We try to keep it to 20 minutes."
Yeah. So it's a good
I would
podcast
say
right here.
Around a 60 millimeter. That's sort of the middle of the road. It's thin enough that it's going to give, when you're strumming, but yet it's thick enough that it's you can still pick, single notes with it. So that's what I like and that's what I play it's like a 60 or 66 millimeter.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, picks are they're a very personal thing. The other thing is picks are cheap, so try a lot of them.
Yep.
And actually, I just don't use a pick very much myself.
I know you're primarily a bass player, but you don't use a pick with guitar either.
Generally, I don't.
Really?
Even with electric, I'll generally play without. For some reason, I just like the control and the ability. So with the pick, you've got one pick, but if I'm using my fingers, I got 5 picks. And
what do you use, Lillian?
Well, if you're a girl and you've got your fingernails painted, which I don't have mine painted right now, but use a pick, or you're gonna get your feelings hurt if you don't, and you're strumming.
That's right.
And your nail polish comes off. I use a pick every time. Yeah.
What thin, medium, thick? What's
medium.
your around probably a 60? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'll just say I like the Jim Dunlop Tortex picks when I do use a pick. And there's a purple one. It's kind of heavy and it's jazz style. So it's a smaller pick. Whereas a friend of mine, he loves those big ones that look like a tortilla chip, big triangles, big thing. So, and again, it's very personal. We'll have to throw some pics into the carousel so people can take a look and see. I would love to hear what styles and everything people.
I'm looking for the pick that the brand that I use. I know I've got some on the floor in here.
Travis, if people come down to Dothan, you give them a tour, your office, because Travis has Walt Disney had 2 offices. He had the office that he worked in, and then he had the office that he met people in. And Travis has got a couple of offices there.
You do,
and they're hundreds of instruments.
Yeah.
Well, the reason I have the downstairs office is I got tired of walking upstairs, and actually I had a heart stent done over a year ago, and that's when I moved down here. As I didn't know that I had the blockage that I had, and I would climb those stairs, and it would take me 10 minutes to recuperate. And so I said, "Dang this! I'm moving downstairs." Plus, I can literally look right here, and I see Brady working out the door. Shipping but anyway, I found my picks, and this is what I use. It's a Fred Kelly, and that's what comes when you buy a Chord Buddy, or especially
when you get the combo.
You get the combo, you get a Fred Kelly pick. But what I like about it is this area up top is what they call cat tongue. So it's designed so when your fingers get sweaty, the pick won't slip out.
Yeah,
and so that's something that they incorporate.
Most picks are all smooth, and that's got some texture to hold on to.
Right? Yeah, they call that cat tongue. So
cat tongue.
Yep.
All right. Well, Lillian, can you play one song? Can you play one for us?
Something. One.
Because we got to. I know Travis has got.
Lillian, you're gonna have to keep one in your bag, And hey, if you more comfortable playing it without Chord Buddy, take it off.
I think I'm going to. I was telling Scott that last
Now,
time.
see, she's graduated from Chord Buddy.
I have.
Jewel Jet says, I bought the Perry guitar with the Chord Buddy tuner, metronome, and more, and everything. So that's the full kit. So, Jewel, thanks so much. And I tell you, it is a Chord Buddy family. That's the truth.
Yeah, we've got about 36,000. Isn't that right, Scott?
Yeah,
on
on the Facebook.
And then how many in the Striking a Chord?
Yeah, Striking a Chord is the Facebook. It's the group. So on the page, there's 35,000, 36 something, and then probably 4,000 or 5,000 people in the Striking a Chord group, and people help each other there. You know, they share songs, they teach each other, post videos showing, hey, I got this song, I wrote this song, you talk about transpose songs. So there was a song that maybe wasn't written in with the G, C, D, and E minor, and people transpose it and they share with each other.
Yeah,
and so it is a community.
And if there's people out there watching that say, well, I can't like the page, or I can't join the group because I already know how to play, or I haven't bought my Chord Buddy yet. No, go ahead and join. And join us. Join the family, even if you don't use Chord Buddy or haven't gotten one yet. We would still love to have you on the fan page and the Striking a Chord interactive group.
That's right. Yeah. And and we've got a number of people that are watching today over on YouTube, so we thank them there. Plus all the folks that are watching on Amazon as well. And so we do try to do this every Thursday at 9 Central Time, and you can tune in. And as I said, send Travis at ChordBuddy.com, and that's Travis's email. Just like Tony did, send a song and see if we're taking. I know, Travis, you didn't think that one day you'd be on Amazon taking song requests, just like you did on the stage.
Yeah, you're right, Scott. I'm going to agree with that. I wouldn't have thought that 5 years ago, 10 years ago, 20 years ago.
Yeah, a year ago.
Yeah.
Well, Lillian, go ahead. Let's. What have you got for us?
This is my back pocket song, and I did it last week. But I just love this song, and I don't have my Chord Buddy on, and I love playing with the Chord Buddy. But once you also can graduate on without playing your guitar, with the Chord Buddy on it, it is so much fun, and then you can teach others how to use the Chord Buddy, and it's the best. So this is Small Town USA, and the reason why I love this song, this is a song recorded by Justin Moore, and I love it because it reminds me of Muscle Shoals in my hometown. So here we go. A lot of people called it prison when I was growing up, but these are my roots, and this is what I love. 'Cause everybody knows me and I know them, and I believe that's the way we were supposed to live. I wouldn't trade one single day here in small town USA. Give me a Saturday night, my baby by my side, sweet home Alabama in a 6-pack of light. Old dirt road and I'll be just fine. Give me a Sunday morning that's full of grace, simple life, and I'll be okay here in small town USA.
Lillian, thank you so much.
Thank
for
you guys
sharing that
so
with
much.
Nice.
Thank you guys all for watching here on Amazon. Get a Chord Buddy. You will not regret it. It's the best thing.
I think that's a good place to wind down for today's show. Lillian, thanks so much. Travis, it's always great just to hang out with you. And
Thank
thank you to all the folks that were watching, whether they were on Facebook, Amazon, YouTube. It's just great. We love the comments. We love interacting with people. And that's, music brings people together. It's Father's Day. Get a Chord Buddy for yourself, for your father, for your grandfather. And then play some music together, sing songs. Camping season's here. Get a guitar, sit around the campfire, and enjoy that. So, but again, thanks. We are here Thursdays at 9 Central Time. Travis?
If we say we're here every Thursday at 9, unless we're not.
That's right. That's right. All right. Well, we'll wind this one down. We will see you guys next week. Thank you to everybody.